Let's do it, everyone! It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I don't know why I'm shouting. Anyway, it's Sonic Battle. This game is still happening.
This game is haunting us.
It just won't leave us alone.
It keeps creating new stories for us to play. Why the
This
fuck
is-
should we play as Cream?
Do you guys know like the Mario 64 like AI horror story about the generative AI inside the cartridge that just keeps
I got a
making
big
new
idea
shit?
Of what it is.
This
Never
is
heard of it, but I get the idea, I think.
this game is that it just keeps making new story campaigns. We're gonna find like, you know, you go through Shadow, you go through Emerald, but then it's just gonna keep going. We're gonna get a Dr. Eggman story. We're gonna get a Cheese story. We're gonna get Fang the Sniper. We're gonna get Storm the Albatross.
I was gonna go really stupid and say Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, the Jeffrey St. John story, which is a visual novel dating sim.
Oh, a really creepy one also.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's a lot of visual novel dating sims, so.
Okay, yeah, but like especially creepy. Anyway.
Check out our live stream series, Jeffrey St. John Plays Galgun.
Oh, God.
Anyway, none of that matters. Today, this week, we're doing a Cream the Rabbit story of Sonic Battle, where Sonic and friends get duped by a fake Chaos Emerald location, and Cream and Emerald are captured by Eggman. And they have to bond kind of whilst kind of wrecking his base and become friends. And they're gonna get more emeralds. So, Cream's whole shtick in this game, as we mentioned last week, is that she thinks fighting is bad on the face of it, which didn't stop her before, whatever. But this leads to the most infuriating thing in this story, which is two different fights where you have to protect her from robots while she just stands there.
Well, we'll get into that when we get there, won't we? But you
are
we're
correct. Going back?
So does this kill our headcanon that Cream is a master thief, or is that still solid?
No, because don't be ridiculous. This is not canon. Our theory is definitely canon. This game is less canon than our theory.
Well, clearly, it still works because Cream would obviously prefer stealth over fighting.
No, you're right. That's a good point, actually.
Thus making this game canon.
Oh, somehow that works, I guess. No, yeah, I was gonna say before they get captured, there's this glorious moment from Dr. Eggman. I'm so glad that he's here at least sometimes to brighten things up just a little bit. He's like he jumps Emerl and takes him out, and he has this really odd moment where he's like, "Aha! I have triumphed. I took some hedgehog be gone and converted it into Gizoid be gone." Like, what is he even talking about?
What does that mean? Does he have bat shark repellent?
No, it's egg shark repellent.
Oh, of course.
See, you could interpret this in two ways. Either that he just bought something called Hedgehog Be Gone and, like, converted it himself, which is ridiculous. Or he called something Hedgehog Be Gone and then converted that. Either way, it's glorious, and I am very happy to hear him spouting that. So it's a good introduction to not some great gameplay here. You're right. Cream is just like, no fighting. I stand here and do nothing. And you're like, well, okay then.
In this game, at least, Cream has the character of a cardboard box. And why did we need a story all about her?
They really just wanted
to have backstories.
They really just wanted one story for each emerald. Is I think what happened.
Yes.
There is another character that would have been very strange to have a story, but it would have been better than this one. Anyway, well, we got Cream, unfortunately, and yeah, it's strange also because we saw them fight in Amy's story, so it's weird that now they're just like, nope.
Well,
they didn't want to, but they did. Like,
yeah,
they were willing. They were willing to fight if they were forced by Amy, but they're not willing to fight if they're forced by Dr. Eggman. I feel like that would be a more dire thing. She's literally like suicidal pacifistic. Like, if Emerald wasn't there, she'd just die.
Yes, she would. She reminds me of those
children
that, you know, when they can't get something they want, they just can't, like in a store. They're in the toy section. Mom won't buy them
the toy they want,
so they just make a pouty face and sit their little asses down and don't move a fucking muscle.
Yeah, she's the kid who just holds her breath until her face turns blue.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is weird because that does not seem like the Cream we've seen in the whole 2 other games we've seen her in.
No, both those games she's pretty agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
This is like she fell for like, anti-protest propaganda where like if you're not a peaceful protester, you're a rioter. And she's like, "No, I could never be that. I'll just let myself die."
I mean, I was gonna say she just comes off as just like a toddler.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm being facetious. The yeah, I don't know why she was able to fight before but not now. It's like if you wanted to make the argument that she's more scared of Amy than Eggman, that would be funny.
I mean, yeah, that would be fun. That would go more for your dark comedy Sonic game.
Yeah, but the problem is that I don't know if Amy was directly threatening towards her before. Maybe we just didn't see it. Maybe it wasn't on screen. And
I don't
B,
like that idea. I'm gonna be honest.
like if she's willing to get beat up to the point of almost dying anyway, I don't know what Amy is supposed to be able to do in order to change her mind.
Amy holds something over Cream's head. Maybe the evidence of her crimes.
Oh yeah, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it could work.
She would rather be dead than exposed.
She's fine if that gets exposed after her death, but not before. Jesus.
Anyhow, after protecting Cream from himself for a while, then Emerl stages a daring undercover operation as they pose as a Phi unit, and Eggman completely buys it because
Yeah,
I don't know. Is there
colorblind?
any evidence? I guess that Eggman could be colorblind because maybe he's just colorblind.
Hold on, wouldn't that actually be monochromia?
I mean, it's a form of color blindness.
Well, yeah, but monochromia is literally not being able to see any color.
In fairness, maybe the because this is on a monitor, so maybe it either has a bad picture or doesn't have color.
Yeah, or maybe there's just no video in general. Maybe Emerald didn't turn the webcam on. He didn't want to turn the webcam on for a Zoom class.
There's no audio in this game suggesting what Emerald or Phi Unit's voices sound like. I mean, they use the voices of characters they copy when they do,
Right.
but so maybe they sound the same? I don't know.
It's another funny moment. I don't understand it, but it was a nice break from everything else because after that, it's back to the same old, where Cream is like, nope. And the strange thing is, Emerald seems to be genuinely concerned for Cream, but I reckon that's because he wants them to fight so he can copy Cream's moves, of course.
Ah, yes. Well, hold on. He's already fought against Cream, though.
Well, it's been shown in gameplay that you collect moves over time. It's not, you can't get it all at once.
Well, yeah, in gameplay, but I would assume in canon, once Emerald sees a move once, he can do it again, and you see someone's entire moves because that's how fights works. Everyone just has like 6 moves in a fight. That's how fights work in real life.
Okay, you're exaggerating. Okay,
no, I know.
Good.
But
it is funny though because you do have to they have to bond a little bit, and it is funny because Lauren is kind of right because he has to convince her that fighting is good, which is like,
yeah.
I don't even know if that's necessarily a message the game should be sending to the people playing it.
Yeah.
This game's messaging is strange.
Like, because it's not quite about like self-defense. It's very much like you should enjoy the thrill of battle.
Yeah. Does this game really have a message though?
No, it doesn't have any kind of underlying philosophy other than keep playing, but...
And you will keep playing. You have no choice.
God help me.
It's really funny how much more you guys complain about this game than I did, despite me doing it legit and you guys not. Like, I'm not blaming you for doing that, I'm just saying it's funny.
No, it's kind of interesting, actually, because, like, I will admit I've used cheating in other games for this podcast just to, make them a little less annoying. I've used infinite lives. A couple times I used invincibility. But all of those had made the game more enjoyable, or at least sections of the game more enjoyable. With this game, cheating has just made it slightly less monotonous.
Not even then, not a lot.
Yeah.
You realize that, given that you were willing to actually play through the whole game legit, maybe that's part of the reason that you're complaining about it less.
Oh, you think I got some level of, like, Stockholm Syndrome?
I don't know. I'm just saying it annoyed me enough that I decided to just cheat, but not you, apparently.
Well, I also grew up with this game, so that might be part of it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Gosh.
Anyway, so they screw around Eggman's base for a while, and they have to go through their little character arc friendship to get Cream turned into a robot
Slightly more
killing badass or something.
Yeah, we have to turn Cream into a vaguely more interesting brown paper bag instead of a cardboard box.
But
Yeah.
you know, well, Lauren, do you want to introduce him?
No, yeah, I was about to. Everyone, give it up for Chaos Gamma.
He's here.
Yeah.
Our favorite other living bucket, I guess. I don't know. Actually, Chaos Gamma has something of a character here because he's basically grown resentful and got like a rivalry against Emerl.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was surprised. I was like, wow, Chaos Gamma is really quite talkative.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like before, they're just like, "I'll get you, destroy." Except, I guess, what was it, Emerald's episode? So I guess this is like not Emerald, Knuckles' episode. So this is kind of like a continuation of that. Yeah, they have a little bit of a grudge, and they're very animated in their grudge. They're actually throwing out taunts and stuff, like calling Cream a little bunny, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's odd. This actually is a bit more than a cameo appearance again, because you fight him and then you lose. Well, you don't lose, but the game says you lose. You know how that works.
Mm.
And then you just have to basically get past them. And that's the whole really focus of the story, obstacle wise, defeat Chaos Gamma.
Yeah, they have to kind of hide out in the back because they're like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't do it, and it's like I don't know why exactly. Apparently, Chaos Gamma has a an Emerald shard in him now, which I guess maybe makes him stronger, and maybe it's just the fact that Cream isn't as
So,
willing to fight. So Emerald
so
kind of
my
needs to train her.
so here's a question. At this point, is Chaos Gamma actually working for Eggman?
He
He
never
Yeah.
leaves
seems
Eggman
almost
in this game.
he always, to me, he seems more like he's becoming almost like an independent agent.
It does kind of seem like that, yes. And that's definitely got me wondering. I'm like, is there something going on here? Because, like I said before, it seemed like Eggman had to motivate them. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to just say that they're just acting independently in a way that favors Eggman, because that's literally what they're doing. But yeah, you could interpret it the other way too.
Man, that guy
Uh,
really cannot hang on to a lackey, can he?
no,
Maybe.
there's a great line from Big the Cat's Adventure 3, where Eggman says, "In my experience, you can't trust the friends that you've programmed."
Maybe that's why Orbot and Cubot are both stupid, is because anything smarter would realize that this is a lost cause.
You know what? Yeah.
I
Anyway,
am not excited for game Scratch and Grounder, just gonna say.
Oh
well,
man, they are kind of just game scratching grounder. Damn.
in any case, there's this weird bit where Emerald is quote unquote training Cream, and again, it's more just like boring, repetitive fights where it's like you're just killing time at this point. The only upside of which being that you get to play as Cream, who is as unbalanced here as in Advance 2. She has the highest jump of anyone in the game, along with the
Yeah.
fastest healing, um,
Yeah.
and the fastest air action, even though she runs not that fast. So she can charge up her really wide covering special moves very easily. And you can also just cheese the training bouts by standing a place Emerald can't reach if you don't have a better jump skill equipped to him. So he'll just sit there and you can just charge the specials and hit him.
Oh, the best thing to do for these, and pretty much anytime you fight Emerald, is just have another set of memories where you just have all of his like base moves. Because with those, he's basically useless.
Yeah, it's funny.
Don't
But
forget to don't forget to switch back before you have to play as him again, though.
Yeah, that's why I made sure to make a separate memory fucking thing.
you actually have like 3 loadouts, which is
Right.
actually pretty
I
nice,
guess
honestly.
loadout's the right word.
Again, it's astounding the level of detail actually in the Emerald customization in this game.
Right.
It's like the one thing they put anything into, gameplay wise. I mean, that's not true. That's unfair. The characters are very nice to look at. They have fun attacks, but like gameplay opportunity wise, like that's cool to customize, but it's not really cool to try to like refine. I don't know. I'm not a fighter, but I've heard apparently this is a bad fighting game anyway.
Yeah,
So
min-maxing is not great in this.
Not really. That's why I just occasionally change to whatever looks fun to use.
Yeah.
So, Devin, I will say, you talked about everything Cream can do, but this isn't Cream. Cream runs around, sure, but unlike in Sonic Advance, Cream is incapable of attacking in this game. It is
That's
all
true.
cheese for
It is all
every
cheese.
single attack except one that's an Omo Chow Bomb, but it's still not Cream.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah, and she has been like beefed up. They can literally launch themselves into an orb of blue fire. Like, what is going on? They're seriously a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I don't know how those echidnas in the past killed all those Chow when they're apparently made out of fucking Byzantium. That's not a hard material, is it?
No, Byzantium was an empire.
Oh. Sorry, made out of...
Well, I mean, if one of the Chow was able to evolve into a water god, there's nothing to say that the others don't
True.
possess other amazing powers.
True.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess that messes with Frontiers a bit, but you know what? Frontiers is more canon than this game, so shut up, Sonic Battle.
True.
I like Cheese being able to engulf themselves in flame. I'll take
like
that.
Cheese is the strongest of the Chows, let's be honest.
I mean,
Cheese may be the strongest character in the series.
Cheese is just the ultimate being. Like, if Cheese had been around during the incident with Chaos in SA1, Cheese would have just dealt with it.
See,
Cheese is the modern day Chaos.
See, I was gonna make a joke about, oh, Cream doesn't like fighting. She's got to have her son Gohan moment where she's pushed over the brink and reaches Super Saiyan 2. But you're right. Since Cheese is doing all the work, he's already a Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
And if he did become Chaos, that would be like the regression, like the Uzaru or like Super Saiyan 4 or something.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I'll take your word for it. So yes, training is very terribly engaging. You just fight Emerl a bunch of times. Eventually, the game decides to do something different again, and there's this bit that actually comes off pretty funny. I mean, Eggman's involved, so he shows up, and the first lines, he's talking to Sonic, and he says, "I finally found Sonic," and then Sonic responds with, "Are you really telling the truth, Eggman?" Which he's talking about something else, but when I read that, it's like, you haven't actually found me. Look, I'm about to run away.
That's the bit from the first episode of Adventures of Sonic where he goes to the robots and he points. He says, "I'm over there," and then they run that way.
It literally felt like one of those moments, which I didn't expect in this game of all things. Disappointingly, because this game is always worse under the surface. He's actually just talking about, like, Eggman said that he's holding Cream hostage, I think. Or Emerl or both, I don't remember. And Sonic doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
Which is a little strange, actually.
I mean, fair enough, honestly.
Yeah, that would be a weird thing to bluff about.
I mean, I have a feeling Sonic probably assumed that he wasn't lying, but also knew with Emerl there, they'll probably escape.
Yeah, he probably was just doing that to basically mess with Eggman.
Probably.
Yeah. Sorry for yawning. It's just this game is boring. So.
Yeah.
Thank.
I don't.
You made me yawn.
I don't blame you.
Well, it's like what's the rest of this? You go back, you punch Gamma, and then you leave, right? That's it.
Yeah, for the most part. There's a slight bit where Chaos Gamma is going all out, and Cream is like, "You shouldn't use all your power to fight. You should use it to defend the people you care about." And Chaos Gamma has like an ellipsis or something for a second, and then keeps going. So it's like, again, it's like they're hinting at something here with Chaos Gamma. It's really strange.
No, that's your resolution. That's like Cream talks to him like he were the real Gamma, and then he's like, "Oh, no." So that's your answer, is that no.
Yeah.
It's honestly disappointing, like this game.
I mean, I don't know what I would have wanted out of that, because I don't really want them to just repeat Gamma, and this isn't the same robot, really, so...
So, I thought it would have been something, at least, because this game, like, pretends like it's gonna do something with Chaos Gamma, and then it never does. it would have been nice if there was some sort of payoff. And there are moments where they act like there's going to be something, and it's not just bringing back Gamma because it's different. I would think it would be, I don't know the word for it, but basically Eggman. See, apparently Eggman never knew that Gamma turned on them, which is kind of strange. But the way I see it,
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Oh.
But the way I see it, Gamma was able to get beyond the restraints of their programming, or whatever you call it, and turn against Eggman. And then Eggman turned around and was like, huh, okay, I'll just do it better this time. And then if he had failed again, it would have been like symbolic. Like, you can't just sort of reconstruct a husk of someone in this sense, and then try to like bend them to your will. It's like he's trying to go against the spirit of Gamma by just using their shell, thinking that he can control it because now there's not a flicky, it's just the chaos shards or whatever. But then having them still, not in the same way, but in a different way, perhaps through the characters recognizing them, eventually turn around again. It would have been poetic, I think.
Yeah, it would have made Eggman into a Sisyphus figure almost.
Yeah.
But no, apparently he succeeded completely. Well, maybe not completely, but about as well as Eggman does on average anyway. I don't know why he can't program a straight robot. It's very strange.
Yeah, none of Eggman's robots are straight. I'm sorry, it was the obvious joke. I had to go for it. Anyway,
You were going to make that joke, also.
There was like a 4-second pause there, and you could feel me struggling. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But what the fuck else are you gonna say? Eggman does come back here, but he gets tricked by a child and tosses him into the electrocution machine that hit Knuckles before.
Yeah. Get fucked. Man with like what's his IQ? Like
300.
Okay, 300.
Supposedly.
You know.
Again,
IQ.
see,
I'm
anytime
pretty sure, doesn't that also come from the Hero's Manual?
That comes from a myriad of sources. They say that all the time.
the supplemental material doesn't know the values, doesn't know numbered systems, can't do IQs, can't do ages. Don't trust.
Maybe
don't
IQ
trust
just works different in the Sonic universe. You don't know.
Well, you could say the same thing about ages. You know, these
I
are
could. Yes, I could.
non-human characters. Maybe they age at different rates.
Yeah, well, yeah, but ages. At least the the Earth revolving around the sun is a real thing. Whereas our IQs are basically all just a social concept that was just kind of fudged by a bunch of eugenicists. So
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I could totally see Eggman. So, you know, there's the theory about how his doctorate is maybe fake. Maybe he staged some sort of IQ test that made it look like he had IQ of 300, and that's why it says that. It's certified, but he totally rigged it.
This is just this is billionaire shit. This is Elon Musk paying to be
Elon Musk
in all those cartoons and TV shows where people tout him as the big inventor.
Not only that, the investors in his companies are faking his degree for like the last 20 years.
See, I didn't even know about that one.
Yeah.
Either way, I would rather have Dr. Eggman.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I mean,
at least he would know how to post on social media and not look like a dork.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know about that one, but it would be more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what do? They call Sonic to show him that Eggman got stuck in the thing, and then they just go there to get them, and then they leave.
Well, they got the Emerald Shards from Chaos Gamma, right?
Oh yeah, that too. Everybody knows you get one emerald per story. That's not a surprise.
Well, but it's like the only thing pushing the plot forward, so...
Yeah, it is literally the only form of progression this game has.
Yeah.
It's not exactly important that Cream learned that fighting is good.
Yeah, it's not like she has any other time to do it in this game, or I guess any other Sonic game ever released after this, since... Is this Cream's last playable appearance? No, Sonic Advance 3, obviously, but...
after Sonic Advance 3, though...
I guess in Shadow the Hedgehog, if you plug a No, because Cream is not a partner in that game. She's just a goal, basically. Yeah, so I guess I will say goodbye to Cream in Advance 3.
Oh, Sonic Chronicles.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
How could I forget?
There you go.
Yeah, never forget Sonic Chronicles.
The furtive Chronicles, so easily forgotten. Anyway, so that is Cream's story. it infuriated me slightly less than Amy's. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely less infuriating because there's less to be infuriated about because there's less happening.
Again, for being Cream's story, I think you only fight as her in like 3 battles.
Yep.
3 different battles. Meaning we don't count when the game just does 2 battles back to back. I think that's basically true. But it's not very much is the point. Although, actually, she has a better ratio than other characters in this game.
Oh, but that's not until next time.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's impressive how a game that we've complained about being boring for this many episodes can somehow still feel like it's running out of steam at this point. And that will continue next time on Deep Dive Zone, wherein we do Shadow the Hedgehog story, and it is somehow even more boring.
Yep.
I'm sorry to spoil, but it's bad. But that is going to be next time, because next time, that's what's happening. I was going to say next time is the final episode, but it's not the final episode, it's just our final recording session. But for anybody watching in the future, do not hold on a second, just binge this entire series, because it's not getting any crazier than this. And we'll see you in the next... I don't know what that means. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to find us anywhere else on the internet, there's a link tree in the description that we love to keep updated. Not upgraded? Have a great night. We'll see you next week, and take care.